This is another Crafty Sausage video, and today I have been working on something. You can see here, this is a decent sized area here with a bunch of factories on it. So this is in a world with, you can see there is some other stuff in the distance that we have done videos on. You can go check them out if you want to. So let's see, where should we start? So along the shore of this world, we've been making a lot of modern buildings, so I decided to sort of keep that theme up with these buildings here. And then I made more of a sort of a storytelling building here, whereas these ones are a bit more functional. So this building up here is just basically a big bamboo farm. As you can see from what it is inside, this is the good side to see from the inside. It's a pretty simple thing, just some redstone, a target block, and it's two-sided, and that connects over into the super smelter over here. So you can sort of see there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of minecarts running around. So let's start with the blue circuit, the loading, where you put all your stuff in, all your whatever you're smelting in. So these are just if you want to put shulker boxes on them. You can see you put your stuff in this chest here. It would go in, it would get taken by this hopper minecart here, goes up, puts it in these hoppers, which goes into the furnace. You can see it goes with this clock here, which is pretty well timed. Now, I will say I used hopper clocks for everything, and depending on what you're smelting, it does take a different amount of time, so for certain things it is a lot less efficient. Now the next thing would be when it's smelted, smelted would be to collect it, so that's the red circuit here. You can see there's just a minecart, runs along, and then it goes up through all of this craziness, and it unloads here on the other side of the room from the loading, and then it all ends up in these chests here. As you can see, this one uses the hopper clock as well. It's just right over here. Now, the green and yellow circuits are a bit more complicated because they actually connect over to this other building here, which is the bamboo farm, which is used as fuel for the furnaces in the super smelter here. So let's start with the green. So the green takes the bamboo from over there to over here. That's pretty much all it does. You can see it comes along here, spreads it out, goes down under here. Under here you can see it running. It goes under the ground, and if we use our handy little trap door in the grass here, you can see it uses, pretty dark down here. Just give me a second. There we go. Now it can see a lot better. So you can see it comes up here, and it just sort of unloads all the bamboo, which there's none in there right now. It unloads all the bamboo onto there, and then this is all yellow circuit right here. We'll worry about all that in a second. And then it just goes into another hopper clock, which sends it back off once it's collected some stuff. So, to the yellow circuit. Now, the yellow circuit was actually the last one I put on here because I realized once this thing completely fills up, and the minecart completely fills up, and everything fills up and it hasn't been used, this is just going to be making bamboo, and it's just going to be falling down, and it's just going to be creating lag sitting there on the hoppers that are full. So I decided to make a sort of on-off thing where this end hopper, which is the one that gets the least, even though they all get it pretty even, they all get bamboo pretty even, this one gets the least. So I have a redstone comparator looking at it, so that way when it gets too full, it triggers this signal all the way down this line under here. You can see it switches it in there, so that redstone torch would turn off. So if we go down into here, it would turn all this off, and then go through this, go over here, unextend this piston, and do this here. So it would unextend this piston, which means the minecart would stop moving, so we wouldn't have to worry about the lag from that. The torches go the whole way up, and they extend all these pistons in the whole farm, so that way the bamboo can't keep growing, so that way there's no bamboo sitting on the hoppers. Now, this crazy looking contraption here was made because whenever bamboo would flow through the hoppers up in the thing, it would send a little 1-tick pulse through here, and it would pulse the whole machine up there for the bamboo, and that would create a lot of lag. So what I did was I created this thing. This would take 8 ticks, and this would take 4 ticks. So a little pulse would come into here, turn on this one, turn on this one. The next 4 ticks, it would be gone because there would be no blocks here. By then, the redstone would be here. Extend this, but it's too late because the signal is already gone. Whereas if it was to actually turn off, it would. You know what? Let me just show you. This is sort of confusing. You can see it would turn it off, and it would do that. Trigger all this. It would pull that off. It would stop the hopper, and then if we go up here, you can see it's extended all the pistons, stopping it. And then if we go back down, and I can sort of show you what it does, if there was just a little pulse, you can see it gets rid of the pulse before it reaches there. So that's about it for this part of it, and I will show you all these factories here. Which we will be explaining later on. So this building over here is just a concrete factory. I didn't want to put any TNT in here because it would blow up the building, and I wanted these two buildings to be the same size, so I just sort of made it, put it all into one spot. So that's those two buildings. Now this building over here, you can see it's sort of in a bit more of an old rundown building. Got some water pumps over here. They're burning coal and making steam. There's some other water coming in. Some pollution going on. I promise it's not bad for the environment. Just ignore all the dead coral. And then we got some purple over here as well. And see, the outside you can have a garage door here. Pretty simple shape. I tried to detail it. This area here, I just sort of wanted something to detail the side of it because it looked pretty plain here, and I felt like I didn't want to put any more windows in. It looks to me like there was some sort of a fire or something, but So if we go inside, you can sort of see there's a lot of pipes around, a lot of catwalks, and then you can see there's coal moving in from outside on the conveyor belt. And then you have a big tank of water here. The floors are dirty, and there's coal here. There's this thing to wash the coal. Some more pipes running under the ground and stuff. And that's about it for the inside of this. Then you can see here the grass is grown over, and it's got some dead spots in it. Oh, and over here you can actually see how this pipe is leaking here, and now it's coming down and discoloring the pathway and making ruts in the ground, going the whole way over here. Oh, by the way, all the pipes are labeled. There's quite a few of them. Anyway, I think that's about it for this island. This is another Crafty Sausage video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe too while you're at it.